Hello and welcome to coverage of GP Detroit. I'm Marshall Sutcliffe in the booth with Kenji Egashira.
Hello.
Let's take a look at our feature match here for round number 12. We have Ben Lucas, Dan Jordan, Adam Juracek on the left side. Right now we're watching Dan Jordan in the middle. He top-aided GP Dallas recently. On the other side of the table, Shahar Shanhar, number 17 in the world, Matt Costa, and Brock Parker. And we're looking at Matt Costa in the B seat, we call it. That's the middle seat, battling against Dan Jordan. And to set this match up, you can see their records in the middle of the screen there. They're both 9-2, Kenji, and that means that this is effectively an elimination match for top 8. Now, there's still a couple more rounds to go after this one, so winning this doesn't guarantee that you get in, but losing it pretty much counts you out.
Yeah, they really, really want to just keep rattling things off. And things are off to a fast start here.
Yeah, we've got a quick start here. Deadbridge Shaman hitting the red zone. Shambling Ghouls, the only thing left standing after Claustrophobia, takes down, Haste, Fire Fiend Elemental. So Crone Sargent's putting a box up there, but you can see that the crackback play here for Costa was really nice. He got his Fire Fiend Elemental in and got the Renown going too. Now, Deadbridge Shaman's going to do a good job of holding back, or at least trading with one of these threats here for value too.
Sure. We've seen a lot of these red-black decks in the feature match area today. I think they're just very, very well suited for this format, especially, Team Sealed. You get to pool all of the good cards together that have some nice synergies. Previously in the last round, we saw Blazing Hellhound in conjunction with some other sacrifice effects.
Check this out from Costa, Kenji. Seismic Elemental.
Holy moly.
Yeah, we call that a falter effect, of course. And that means that creatures on the ground are not going to be able to block this turn. And so, bang, another 6 damage hits Dan Jordan, and his life total is falling quickly.
Yeah, and you know what? And Dan Jordan had some really nice blocks prior to that Elemental, right? The 3-1 blocks the 4-3, the 2-3 blocks the 2-3. Nothing really happens unless Matt has a nice trick, but we'll see if that Blightcaster can do some work here. If he can kill something, if he has 2 enchantments, I guess, he might be able to do some work.
Yeah, it's a little rough for him to get 2 of them down in one turn, but it is certainly within the realm of possibility. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Willbreaker? Okay, against the red-black deck, this has to be the worst matchup for a Willbreaker, right? Like, if you're the one with it, you're the saddest.
Yes, but that being said, if it survives even a turn, that could just swing the game exactly what Dan Jordan needs here, because he's under the gun.
I mean, it has to survive multiple turns, really. Right? Like, so the Blightcaster works?
Sure.
That's a thing.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah. The problem, of course, being that Costa is going to have any number of answers that can kill the Willbreaker, and that would get him his creatures back.
Yeah.
Read the bones here for Costa.
Now he's leaving up double red. I think he might have a Molten Vortex in his hand. I can check the deck lists here, but that might be the reason he's doing so.
All right, well, he's tapping 1 mana, so it does look like you might be right. Yeah, I see it right there. Molten Vortex on the top. He's got another land or 3 in hand that he can pitch to the Vortex, too. Though at this point, he also has to start considering just looking at Dan Jordan's life total.
Yeah. I mean, Dan's at 9. He has, 3 lands in hand?
Already has 3?
I think the safer thing is just to blow up the Willbreaker, though, before it can cause any damage.
Well, it's a 2/3, so...
Oh, you're right. You got me there.
He's going to need to target something else, but he does, Deadbridge Shaman. He knows he can untap and kill the Willbreaker next turn if he needs to.
He has to discard a card here, though, so he's either throwing away like 2 damage or a spell, which is...
Necromantic summons.
Okay. A little bit interesting. I like it, though.
I like it, too, and this is a solid, aggressive attack here. I mean, the 4/4 can get in. The 4/3, sure, double block it if you want, and then in that case you take 6, and you're dead anyway.
Yeah, he just wants to force through a little bit of damage. Again, we saw he has 2 more lands in his hand, so at this point, just drawing anything is gas. Nice. Looks like he hadn't played a land that turn
yet.
I
thought he did for some reason, but either way, he was going to be able to untap and kill or do it that way. So he finishes off the Willbreaker, and he leaves Dan Jordan with no non-land permanents on the battlefield.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Even if Dan Jordan has a Languish in his deck, which I can double check here to see if he does, he's still going to be dead just to 2 land draws.
Right.
Assuming, 3 land draws, I guess. And no Languish on Dan's side of things, so this is going to be quite a rough one. Like you mentioned before, these players are playing for their top 4. No? Well,
they're playing
sorry,
to not.
to stay in the tournament.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like the opposite, right? It's like play and stay alive versus winning in.
Exactly.
And they're playing to, put themselves in a position in a couple of rounds to play a winning in, but they're not there yet. So you take a look at the beard fight here at the near table. We've got Brock Parker versus Juracek. We're actually going to jump to the back, though. Shahar Shenhar versus Ben Lucas. No beards necessary here. Okay. Well, yeah, we can stay here. This looks fine. This is a real game.
Yeah, it looks like mono white for Shahar. Been seeing a lot of work done by that Anointer of Champions this weekend.
Card's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that it kind of stinks if you're behind in the game, but when you build team seal decks,
Oh yeah.
you can build an aggressive deck that ensures that your deck is designed to be ahead at effectively all times. Now, if that fails you, then yeah, sure, the Anointer's not going to do anything. But that's how you're going to win. So you feel safe kind of moving in on that strategy and saying, no, I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to have 2 drops, and I'm going to make it work. So we've seen the Anointer just shine all weekend as a result of that.
Exactly.
Grasp of the Hieromancer's been a lot more hit or miss on camera. We've seen it dominate the board before, where it's just made it impossible for the opponent to really play defense the way they wanted. And we've also seen it kind of get 2 for 1 and not do as much.
Yeah, previously a few rounds ago, Ben Stark active trees in his opponent's creature with Grasp of the Hieromancer.
That was a blowout.
That was a nice one.
Yeah, his opponent, of course, one turn walled in that one.
You were covering it, not me, so.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just touch on that. So what are we looking at here, though, Kenji? 11 life versus 16 life.
Yeah, Ben's been forced to attack with his Majoring Bully. Has to attack every turn. Shahar's blocked with his 3/3 Knight of the White Orchid. Ben has the Titan Strength to not only trigger Prowess, which gives it +1 toughness, but the Titan Strength also gives it 1+ toughness. So currently, Majoring Bully going to be bigger than the Knight of the White Orchid, except
I'm
a
glad
mighty
you said
leap here.
currently, yeah. Because that changed quickly.
I think.
Oh, is this Fiery Impulse?
So he's targeting the Anointer of Champions here.
Why?
And Celestial
Oh,
Flaring. I'm not sure if Shahar had double block there. I think Ben just wanted to get rid of it anyways.
Okay.
But
sure. Yeah, either way, I guess he wanted to kill it. I don't actually. I assume he must have double blocked. There's no way you kill an Anointer, right?
Yeah.
You would just leave it there. It's a 1/1.
Sure, and plus he loses the Prowess trigger on the following turn, so that must be the case.
Yeah, it's got to be the case. Wow, that was a great sequence for Ben Lucas, though. He gets rid of both creatures ultimately and sets up Majoring Bully to keep rumbling. It looks like Shahar's on mono white here. Yeah.
Ben drew another spell. I couldn't tell what it was. It was red, though.
Yeah. He played a Seismic Elemental last turn. That got Suppression Bonds. And it is an Avaricious Dragon.
How good is that on an empty hand, by the way?
Wow.
With this
what
much
a
mana?
curve. Oh, man.
I mean, if Shahar doesn't have a good way to deal with that immediately, that's just going to take over.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. How about we draw 2 cards instead? Play both of them. They were both spells. Although not, they must have both been creatures.
Yeah, why not just chunky for half your life while we're
No,
at it?
they're not both creatures. One of them's a Titan Strength. The other one's a Gear per Gear Crafter. So this is going to be what? How much is it? 6, 10 damage?
That's correct. And, you know, he's using the Titan Strength now because he's not going to have an opportunity to do it. He has to discard his hand from the dragon.
Exactly.
Bottom's the Scry.
Bottom.
Just casual 10-you.
Go to 2.
Just 10-you, Marshall.
Put out another lethal threat. Go. And that is going to do it. So Ben Lucas takes down Shahar Shenhar in the first game. And he's the only one actually in his team that won game 1. Brock Parker won the beard battle. And Matt Costa, of course, won that first game against Dan Jordan that we saw. And we have entered the ultra-rare zone of the shuffle zone. Everybody shuffling.
I was going to say, on paper, Brock won the beard battle. I don't know.
I think his beard's better in real life, too.
Okay.
I vote for Brock's beard. I don't know. It's controversial. Make sure you check out the Magic World Championship. It's in about a week and a half. It's on next Thursday, Friday, then a day off, and then Sunday from PAX, we are going to be crowning a world champion in Magic. It is one of the highest honors that you can get as a professional Magic player. And, well, a current world champion sitting at the table. He's down at the end whispering into Matt Costa's ear. That's Shahar Shenhar.
Not just once, Marshall.
Yeah.
Twice.
Back-to-back champ.
It's a hard thing to do. Man. I'm so excited. It's going to be at PAX, you know. Just that weekend is going to be crazy fun. I know you'll be there.
I will. I'll be doing coverage. Super excited about it.
What part are you most looking forward to?
Both of the drafts.
Both the drafts? Okay.
You know me, man.
Modern Masters 2015.
You see Brock Parker down here. Had success early in his career at the Pro Tour on his team called the Brockefellers.
Actually, I did know that. Darn it.
That's him. Brock is a professional poker player as well.
See a lot of crossover.
Yeah, Dan Jordan also.
These guys all having a good chuckle.
Something funny's going on. Brock's really funny. He doesn't, you know, he looks a little stern, like you're like, that guy looks kind of serious, but he's not. He's actually hilarious.
Just a big goofball.
Don't fear the beard.
Don't fear the beard. I like that. Don't fear the beard.
Yeah.
What do you think they're talking about?
I think they're talking about the cameras.
All right, multiple games looks like they're going to start here. So Ben Lucas takes his first one. Matt Costa and Brock Parker take their first. We haven't seen too many full matches go to game threes every time, have we?
No. We're going to jump down to the beard fight here.
All right.
It looks like they bumped the playmat a little bit there. We'll try to fix that when we can. I saw one of our producer guys, Matt Mendoza, get in there and try to fix it, but it ended up being a little crooked here. Sorry about that. Citadel Castellan on turn 2, though.
Turn 3.
Excuse me, for turn 3 from Adam Jurczyk. This is a thing that must be answered, right? Like, if this thing gets renowned, it just runs over any creatures. And it does it for quite a few turns, too. It's like you're going to take 12.
Yeah, that was one of my top-rated uncommons when this set was first spoiled. I think it's dropped down a little bit. But
when it was first previewed? Yeah. I actually got to preview that card.
Look at you, Marshall.
I was a little, I'll be honest with you, I was a little nervous about that card.
Yeah?
Yeah, it turned out being, I think my concerns were correct. You know, I've had scenarios where my opponent played that card. He's just going to jam it in here, representing any number of combat tricks: Might of the Masses, Titanic Growth, Mighty Leap.
Sure. Interesting to know he played the Visionary pre-combat too.
But, you know, scenarios like this where, like, what is Brock supposed to do here, right? He's played 2 creatures on the 3rd turn, and he's just forced to chump block here because he doesn't want to get blown out. There's so many combat tricks in the 2 colors that the Citadel Castellan is in, and if he lets it hit him, forget it.
Yeah.
But he's 4/5 with Vigilance.
He's playing blue, though, you know, the color of Bounce, Separatist Void Mage, Disperse, even things like Claustrophobia can easily deal with that, although I'm not sure he wants to use Claustrophobia necessarily on a 3-drop.
On that 3-drop, I think I might do it.
Yeah, probably, if you need to do that. I mean, I think I see a Disperse in Brock's hand.
Would you be thinking about Bone to Ash if you were in Adam Jurczyk's seat right now?
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Brock's just making the block.
Yeah, he's got Titanic Growth, and he also has a negate.
Okay,
so
nice.
if they get into a Titanic Growth fight here, he can win that battle as well. We'll see what Jurczyk wants to do. He's just going to say, okay, it's a 1-for-1. You know, I'm a little bummed to lose my really good 3-drop creature to your combat trick, but I'll take it because I've got a nice follow-up play, Rock Smallers.
And again, we can't talk about Rock Smallers enough. This card has just been seeing so much play, dominating the top tables.
Absolutely.
In all of the green decks.
Yeah, any green deck has run as many Rock Smallers as they've gotten, I think. We've seen multiples on the same side of the
Yeah.
table a few times already as well.
I think Brock has a Will Breaker in his hand. The last blue card. Oh, he's holding a full grip. Definitely a lot of spells there. Yeah, I think that was definitely a Will Breaker. Thing is,
He has a Will Breaker in hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it taps him out to do so. You know, it's a little bit awkward.
Like, would he feel comfortable tapping out and then double blocking the rocks maulers? No, right?
And I don't think so ever.
But he doesn't want to take it.
You're at 20 life. You can afford to take a hit.
Can you, though?
Yeah. Okay. Soulblade Jin, Marshall.
Ooh, Soulblade Jin. You think he'll trade that off for the maulers?
Probably not, unless Adam kind of forces the issue. In which case he'll just eat it, not trade for it.
Okay, so he's going to take the hit.
I think happily.
That's renowned.
Yep.
Happily?
Well,
That's bold.
oh,
Whoa!
my.
Sky Snare Spider follow-up play. Now what?
Now I think he has to get the Will Breaker in line and start doing something.
I think you're right.
He still has that negate, which is not going to be doing much. I think he wanted to hit an island there pretty badly.
So he could...
Well, I guess next turn
What
he
would
still
he
has an
do?
opportunity
Yeah.
to play Will Breaker and hold up negate, but he's only on 6 right now
Yeah,
anyways.
he couldn't do that anyway.
Actually, is that a Might of the Masses
Yes,
too?
yes.
Oh my gosh, that's really solid here.
Yep. Okay, so here's Will Breaker. If you guys haven't played with this card yet, whenever Brock uses a targeted ability, spell or ability, he's going to gain control of the creature that it targets if it's Adams. Now, the problem with the card, generally, you can take a look at it here, is that it's for as long as you control Will Breaker. So if they kill your Will Breaker, it gets bounced, they get their stuff back, and you have to do it all over again. So, this is the perfect matchup for it. Green-white is your best-case scenario. Wild Instincts is the only way that they can reach out and kill that thing on the battlefield. So that's great news for Brock Parker's side of the table here, because his Will Breaker is likely to survive. He doesn't have to risk it in combat. The other thing to consider with Will Breaker are you using spells from your hand, like Might of the Masses, to steal a creature, or are you using repeatable onboard effects to steal creatures? Because that's a huge difference. If you empty your hand of combat tricks or whatever to steal their creatures, and then they do kill your Will Breaker, you didn't really get where you wanted to go. But if you use a Whirler Rogue to give their creature unblockable, use Rogue's Passage. Oh no, is this Draga Invocation?
Yes, it is, but I want to mention something.
Okay.
This is really good for Brock Parker. Because the Sky Snare Spider has Vigilance, he can let Adam go to attack with everything, including the spider. And because it has Vigilance, he can steal it after attackers are declared.
Yeah!
Eat something. Oh, yeah.
This is fantastic. The only card in the whole set that matters is Might of the Masses here.
Yep.
Adam Yurchik's going to know that. And the fact that... So, wait a minute. Does he just not attack with the spider? That doesn't do it either, right? Because he can still just get it stolen.
Exactly. If he's trying to play around Might of the Masses, then attacking with one doesn't do that either.
It doesn't do...
Yeah.
Like, no attacks work.
No. But he's already cast the Invocation.
It's too late. Resolves. Oh, no. This is going to be such a huge blowout.
Oh, furthermore, Soulblade Jin is going to trigger.
It is.
Giving all of his creatures +1/+1.
Yeah, will that matter here? We'll find out. It might result in some block on the Visionary or something, but...
Yeah,
this is a huge blowout, because the other thing that has to happen here is that all of the creatures have to be blocked. Oh, let's not do that, says Brock Parker. Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Your spider? My spider.
Value City. This now means that the Will Breaker does not have to block.
Correct.
Remember, part of Draga Invocation is that the creatures must be blocked. This is insane.
Yeah, spider turns into a, what, 10? No, it got +3/+3 first. It's at least, what, a 13/13?
Why is it so big?
Because of Might of the Masses, Draga Invocation.
So Draga Invocation resolves. It's a 9/9.
Yeah.
Might of the Masses
Targets
it, steals it, resolves.
Yes.
So it gives it +4/+4, and then it also gets a trigger from the Soulblade Jin.
No, the Soul Blade Djinn goes before it's stolen, I believe, right?
You can do them how you want.
Might of the Masses targets. Oh, and then, yes, then the Soul Blade Djinn and the Will Break, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
it's huge.
Not that it mattered. It was already big enough.
It was massive. It was big enough to eat the Rock Maulers anyway. That was nasty. Brock Parker. Gross.
Oh, by the way, he still has Negate in hand for any trickiness.
And now he's untapped with Negate in hand, and I don't know how the heck this green-white deck could ever beat a Will Breaker now.
In the business, that's what they call that's going to be.
That's what?
That's going to be. That's going to be, man. It's just going to be.
Okay. What business?
Okay. My business.
The business of Kenji. So, yeah, so the door was open there for Yurchik if he had a card like Wild Instincts to take care of the Will Breaker. Didn't have it. He tried to kill it the good old-fashioned way. There's only one card in the set that actually would work there, and it was the one in Brock Parker's hand. And I'm pretty sure that's game.
Yeah. I think you have to go for it there, too. You know, if your deck doesn't have any other good answers to Will Breaker, you have to make a move while you can, and it just turned out, you know, Brock had the perfect answer. Taking a look at Adam's deck list, something like Tragic Arrogance would be fine.
Yes, he would be able to let him keep. Would he let him keep the spider?
Yeah, he would let him keep the spider. The Will Breaker would die.
And then the spider would come back. So I think we upgraded it from fine to epic if he had it, but it's a rare. Does he have one?
No, he doesn't have it in his deck.
Also, he has Negate.
Well, sure, but we were talking about potentials.
I know.
Things that Adam could be happy about.
I agree. I was just I was just saying. On top of all that. Yeah, this is a horrible spot. Oh, he's actually going to negate it. And you know why? Because he sees the win here.
Oh, yeah. Adam's already at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that other last card was in his hand, but he drew an island.
I think it was a spider of his own, maybe? No, it's not. It's something. It's a Bounding Krasis. Target, steal. Yeah, yoink. That gets it out of the way, and he's hitting for 4 in the air minimum. Chump block the spider, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's game. Brock Parker takes it down. Matt Costa won his match, and that's the match. Wow. Handshakes all around as we see Shahar Shenhar, Matt Costa, and Brock Parker seal the deal here and effectively knock out Dan Jordan, Ben Lucas, and Adam Yurchik from competition in the top 4.
And keep their dreams alive.
Yeah, exactly. A few more rounds to go here, and these guys are looking to close out strong. I mean, they are 3 excellent limited players and 3 excellent Magic players in general. And I certainly wouldn't put it beyond them to do it. All right, that's going to do it for this round 12 here from Detroit.